Life is really simple, but we insist in making it complicated. In today's world, life often feels complicated. We are surrounded by countless options for what to wear, eat, and do. It's both exciting and exhausting at the same time. If your life feels a little too complicated and chaotic at times, here's the good news. Simplifying is the solution. Simplicity is the key to creating a life that feels balanced, intentional, and fulfilling. Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary. I'm a doctor turned entrepreneur, and in this channel I talk about personal development in a very practical way to help you create a real change in your life. Make sure to subscribe for more videos on creating a life you love. In this video, I'll share 5 practical ways to simplify your life. Life nowadays can get so busy quite quickly. That's why it is so important for us to be very intentional about the things we bring into our lives, including what we wear, what we eat, and what we do on a daily basis. Over the past years, I have simplified my life in so many ways. I'll share a few strategies to help you simplify your life. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I needed to simplify was my routine. More specifically, my morning and night routines. Creating a routine really simplifies everything. Once you create a morning routine that works for you, it becomes so much easier for you to get out of bed because you know what time you wake up, you know what you're gonna do after. Having a clear night routine also helps you start working at a time that makes more sense for you and get to bed in a decent time rather than just scrolling on your phone for way too long. If you want more guidance on creating a morning and night routine that really works for you, I suggest that you watch my morning and night routine videos next. In those videos, I guide you in designing a routine that works for you, from defining the different habits you want to include in your routines to the time that works best for you. So make sure to check them out after this video. The second thing I simplified in my life was my wardrobe. I used to spend so much time overthinking what I was going to wear for different occasions. Just figuring out which clothes would go with which accessories took so much mental energy. And believe me, the more items you have in your closet, the more difficult it becomes for you to get dressed. And our brains naturally want to conserve energy, so if you have too many options in front of you, your brain is going to ignore most of them and just focus on a couple of options it can actually process. And that's why people end up with pieces in their wardrobe that they've never worn and things they don't even know exist in there. Since our brains don't have the capacity to process so much information, I try to keep it simple. To simplify my life over the past years, I've minimized the amount of clothes I have, and now I have a capsule wardrobe where I know all the pieces I have, they fit me, I like their style, and I know how to put them into different outfits for different occasions. And when it comes to clothes, I believe that having less but better pieces is the best way to go. Because the less stuff you have, the less stuff you need to organize, and the easier it is for you to get dressed. I know you're probably thinking that you need to have a lot of clothes for all the occasions, but the reality is that you probably only wear 20% of your wardrobe 80% of the time, and the other 80% that is there is just creating more clutter and making it more difficult for you to get dressed. I suggest that you check your wardrobe and identify the pieces that you haven't worn in some time. Maybe consider putting them away for the next 6 months, and if you haven't used them in 6 months and they don't feel like the right style for you, you can feel a lot more confident in letting them go. In my 20s, I used to want to have more valuable things, but now I look back and I can see that that came from a place of insecurity, because if I had more valuable things, I would feel more valuable as well. Now that I'm older, I am so much more confident in my value. I'm not here to impress anyone, and I don't feel the need of having so many valuable items in my closet. I am much happier now to have my money grow in investments than shrinking in material possessions. The third thing I simplified in my life was my diet. I used to spend a lot of time thinking about what I was going to eat. That's when I decided to start meal prepping. I used to meal prep for 5 or 6 meals, usually for lunch, because I used to take my lunch to work. And that really worked for me when I was working at an office. But then I started working from home, so I decided to cook fresh meals. And having this menu with quick and simple meals has been a game changer for me. All the meals in there take less than 15 minutes to make, which is less time than it would take for me to order food delivery. I've never had a food app on my phone, but I feel like so many people nowadays spend so much time scrolling through their favorite food delivery app. If they had a simple recipe, by the time they're finished scrolling, they would already be eating at home anyway. Having a menu of quick and easy meals not only helped me save that mental energy and time that I would invest in trying to figure out what to eat, but also, and most importantly, money. If you tend to eat takeaway or get food delivery more than you would like, I suggest that you develop your own menu of quick and easy recipes. I usually do weekly grocery shopping, so knowing what type of ingredients I use makes it super simple for me. The fourth thing I simplified in my life was exercise. I can't emphasize enough the importance of simplifying your workout routine. First and foremost, you need to figure out what type of activities are best for you. Some people enjoy indoor sports, others prefer outdoor sports, some people prefer team sports, and some others prefer individual sports. So find something that you enjoy and look for ways to make it more fun and interesting for you. And if you're curious about something new, I suggest that you commit to it for at least 3 months. By committing to it for 3 months, you will give yourself a chance to actually improve in that sport. And that's gonna feel so rewarding. To keep your exercise routine simple, have a clear plan. If you do gym workouts, have a workout plan. If you want to do classes, decide which classes and when you would like to do them. If you choose going for a run or a cycle, plan your routes in advance and define the type of workouts you want to do to keep more interesting. The key here is to stay consistent with a simple plan. Be patient with yourself, enjoy your journey, and keep it interesting and fun for yourself. The fifth thing that I simplified in my life was my digital devices. Nowadays, we spend so much time on our digital devices, and although we do our best to use our devices in productive ways, sometimes we end up spending more time than we would like scrolling on social media. And unlike many people think, scrolling on social media isn't a way to rest. That's because our brains are extremely stimulated by social media. Scrolling actually drains our energy. That's why dumb scrolling leaves us feeling mentally drained. The social media and video games were designed to keep us engaged and entertained for as long as possible. It is our job to control our use of these apps, otherwise they will end up controlling our lives. To simplify your devices, start with reviewing the different apps you have. If there are any apps that you never use or that you use too much, you might consider deleting those apps. I also suggest that you simplify your files and file systems as well. To simplify your social media, consider unfollowing accounts that are not aligned with your goals. I actually recorded a whole video on how to reduce your phone use, so definitely make sure to check it out after this video. That's it for today's video. I hope these strategies help you simplify your life. If you want more guidance on how to actually simplify these areas of your life, definitely make sure to check out these 2 videos next. I hope to see you there. Bye!